Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
Cool.
Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though. Kid just rages for a while. An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines. Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew. Always used to fancy her. And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
好难操控哦，天哪！
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him for his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. The security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery, gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
窗户。
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
身体材料。
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner. He finds the distillery right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town.
哦，原来那是补血用的。
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man. Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. one was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though. An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
Oh, 他差不多。
Kid takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Bad time to run out of black tonic. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Kid puts him out of his misery.
靠北。
He finds the core to the Wharf District. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. Somersaulting like crazy. At last, the skyway's in sight. Whisks him where he needs to go.
Oh.
Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell. I try to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, all right. Except no one else showed up. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest, enough to point the way to the cores. And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again. growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid ponders what to build. The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to. Ain't much Kid can't handle with hammer and bow in hand. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands. The Bastion. Caelandia's safe haven. Once the highest point in the city. Too bad it wasn't finished before the calamity struck. The Workman Ward. Them windbags used to keep the city humming along here. Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw.
哎，这不错用，喜欢。
They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful in a pinch. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble. Them squirts just don't know when to quit. He heads for the biggest dump in town, Scumbag Alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is, the oldest scumbag of them all, Gershel. The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. Kid cuts up Gershel like a vine apple. Old scumbag didn't feel a thing. The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back. No core, no surprise. Like the gas fellas are hiding it from him. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. The white gas fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman is keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. And now there's a new marshal in town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole. Keeps telling himself he better watch his step.
Motherfucker.
He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, Kid can fine-tune those instruments of his. The little Zolwood oil on that blade shines like a light. With a good length of Miska, that bow's like new again.
哦，可以换的，这么神？没钱。
Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started.
哦。
Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch. Never much cared for that big wide grin of his.
Oh! Fuck you.
He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it.
Monument.
The windbags used to be all right. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here. A bow and a machete, every bit as effective as the fancier stuff. Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out. The Sundown Path. Lovely place for a stroll. Before the calamity, that is. The Melting Pot. Place hoarded all sorts of fineries from beyond the boundless sea. The Breaker Barracks. Many straight shooters learn their way here.
我看这个好了，看起来不是主线。
The Breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots.
Oh.
He's focused, he's armed, and he's off. The perfect shot just happens in a flash. Kid ain't done bad at all.
我也只有一个可以选啊，白痴哦！白痴哦！
He returns with some of the materials we need. In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
被压死，有没有搞错？好可怜哦。
Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds.
就是碰到会受伤的意思。
Blasted things hurt like a broken heart.
好不？ 地呀你！没有东西了。哎，看不到。
He cuts down every stab weed like there's gonna be a prize for it. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages. Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous. No breaking a cage like that, but the kid tries anyway. Gotta find a way to spring it open. He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard it pop that mean old foreman. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30, hard to tell. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. Troublesome scene to be sure. A few moments left and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7, give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge. It ain't all bad, as the kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. I still remember the look on his face after that one. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started. Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Celandia, It was good living here for a while. Kid packs a special surprise in every one of those arrows. Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
热心的冰质，被击败后重生的次数。
Party punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times.
音乐很好听，可是好紧张。
Kid ain't had enough of the Breakers' barracks. Takes practice, and a mighty strong bow helps too.
Hey, 没礼貌。
On the right solid performance.
5射击或者更少。嘣！
Ain't always much to say.
某种武器的升级，还不能做一个。
The Wharf District. Folks sail deep into the boundless sea from here. Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid.
Nani?
The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. fragments of the old world rain in the sky. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up.
不要！让我过去！
Quick and careful is the only way to go.
不是哦，从哪？
Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for them, though.
什么啊？哦，看没有？
See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery. Sky bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Finds a spyglass, like the ones they'd used to search the stars. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. But Calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows.
哦，靠没有。
Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back. No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. These wires to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake 'em up. In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
谁知道？
So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. We could always see the stars, we just never could reach them, no matter how high we built. Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting. Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them. The dead welcome him with open arms. The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him, not like this.
哦，我都忘记这可以丢了。
These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close.
感觉那边可以过去，可是为什么过不去？还好他不会变攻击力。
Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. It was someone like him. Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him.
Oh.
He ain't about to stop, no matter what.
好悲哦。
He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder Brothers didn't make it.
哎，真靠北呢。
They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nor did the bird boy. Didn't make it.
玩鸟，玩鸟的小男孩。玩鸟的小男孩哪招了 ？Play the bird.
The Jawsons. They didn't make it.
哦，Johnson，哎呦。
Grady Sr., Grady Jr. They didn't make it. But him, he survived.
这是什么？
Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
尤拉印章，尤拉继承人。什么？塔泽铁丘？哦，这是铁丘。我现在看出来了。满北七。哦，钱，好多钱。nice。
Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we?
所以到底是谁来？
The core survives as well. Kid does what he has to do. What do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please.
同意回到堡垒。哦，所以还有幸存者哦，我以为
He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf.
Zolf.
No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Ceylondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind, both to him and to each other, for the first time.
感觉好像没什么。喂，哦，应该可以吧？这样嘞？算了。
He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says. We all lost loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine. For Zolf, Ceylondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now. Come on, give the little tiger a break. The cores. You remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright.
Things will be alright.
Well, look what we have here. A memorial. Here, a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind. The valediction. Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more.
Oh, 可以格挡哦。Mother。
Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got. Squirt cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste.
哎，干你！好难哦。 要换技能啊。
Can't be too careful these days.
不小心掉下去了。
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
不行哎，不能用技能哎，真的假的？1、2、3、4，哦，好吧，试试看好了。
He's feeling real proud of that show.
Yeah.
I almost don't believe it when he says he passed the Breakers Challenge.
哎。哦，有7个，所以我有7个武器的意思。
That's Trapper's Shingle, only place in the city to go to get certified with a repeater. No place better than Trapper's Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets while not clearing out the
不要
floor.
坠落啊，好难哦。
Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right. Most trappers couldn't get through without a few scrapes. A decent trapper wouldn't walk away empty-handed. To think a rickety place like the Shingle survived, when so little else did.
他每次掉下来都是用叠的耶。切。
That's Windbag Ranch. Perfect place to work a blade if you got the stomach for it. Windbag Ranch was built for gathering squirt extract in copious supply. Ain't nothing more healthful. Some folks showed up to make a fast buck with nothing but a knife. Other folks came to train their throwing arms. Still others used the place to test their finest blades.
最好是跑出去啊，不科学啊。
Place gets awful slick sometimes.
有道理啊。
Squirts can be dangerous, like any livestock.
最好是哦。那你怎么弄啊？我知道了，干知道了。
Kid cuts all of them down soon enough.
好啊，现在变得回不去了。那我回去哦。让我回去。甘定老师。刚鲁上来了，太神秘了。不行，为什么会这样子？操你妈的！居然有 bug， 最好是那地图会这样哦，太低波了吧？玩到11点好了。哦，对耶，哦，算了，之后再说。
Always time for juice and squirts, they used to say. Ain't nothing more healthful. Slippery little devils. At least the little fellas can't feel a thing. Some squirts tried to flee on instinct. best to put them away first, before they rile up the others. Place gets awful slick sometimes.
Hey.
Kid cuts all of them down soon enough. Kid comes back from Windbag Ranch, smelling good and ripe.
Oh. Okay.
That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep. War machetes are so quick, you gotta keep a good grip on them. That's Cinder Brick Fort, where the marshals used to watch over the city.
没抓宝。
There's only one way into Cinder Brick Fort. The hard way.
闯进去。
Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags. The calamity was a mercy for normal folks.
我操嘞！等一下，这有点夸张。太夸张了。
The windbags ain't so lucky. They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid. Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort. Kid can't hardly tell up from down after a while. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift. Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal. Drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort. Business underground like in the old days.
Hey. Hey, 掉下去了。
Good thing the windbags don't know kids fresh out of health tonics.
真的，我好害怕哦。
Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though. Not a scratch on him as he presses on to higher ground.
哎，没道理啊！
Kid stash grenades is there for him if things get even worse. Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works.
哎呦！
Kid ain't afraid of getting burned.
不怕，我还蛮怕。哎，升级，慢点。哎，不小心钱就掉下去了，棒！
They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds.
所以呢，现在我知道干嘛了。
Then they bring out Glutus and Glandon and all their scumbag uncles. They got something to gain and only their sorry hides to lose. Kid takes down Glutus, or maybe it was Glandon. the other big fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are now. The windbags finally get the message.
点钱，点钱，点钱！哎，那里面还不给钱，不像话！
Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this. The Skyway's a welcome sight after all that. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort.
Nobody. 惨惨的。
Kid shows up just as Ulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was a smoking pipe.
Smoking pipe.
Poor kid collapses after just one drag.
屁啦！最好是这样就死掉哦。
The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history.
The past. History. 所以这是要怎样？
Catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started.
哎呦！哎呦！
Fair to say he's led a hard life, supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Caelondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the earth, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either.
没有补血药，没有补血药。哎，大哥，会痛啊
！So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls.
Shift on the wall. Oh, 靠呀！最好是推那么远。
Out there, kid learned to fend for himself, learn to build, learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. What was I saying? Anyway.
好难哦，都不给补
You
血药
saw
嘞。
nothing. Well, the world used to be.
还是我
The
们看
calamity happened just like that.
这一段。感觉这个小三用绝招真的好困难啊。
All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
啊！怎么掉下去了？我以为不会掉下去。哎呦！好累，在动啊！
Wait, where was I? Well, it finally arrived at Ceylandia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else. But then, all they got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name.
我掉了，我干嘛要掉？哎呦！
Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me.
这是什么东西？踢呀！打了一啊啊
Past don't matter for nothing now.
什么鬼啊！花那么多时间，结果什么都没有拿到。
Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this. The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
哎，11点嘞。好。 把剧情看完就关台。
Zolf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals. Even since the Urus surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him. Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it. found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again. All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new.
受到伤害自动反击。某些重的东西。
The Gravers, the arm of justice. They seemed unstoppable. Points just don't get any sharper than that.
Sharper than that. 我一下就没钱嘞。
Kid takes another drag, goes out like a light. There's something you should know about the kid, but let me take it from the top.
No. I don't need that. I really don't need that.
Catches up with the kid.
Oh.
Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, So the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls, make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Caelondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, kid learned to fend for himself, learn to build, learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that.
Oh, yo. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. 哎，你个死角！
Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
哎呦！
Finally arrived at Zealandia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else.
哎呦！
But then, all he got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name. Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me. I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
哎，完成了。哦，好难玩哦，这游戏。史上最麻烦呢。 最终警告，作为警告不太有效。穿透最坚固的盔甲。生气屁啊！哎
If you're feeling low, count on the buttery flavor of our own Bastion bourbon.
哦，想要先把这个解开，不是这个啊，某些粘稠的东西。
Finders keepers.
有些重的东西。 +2，每次穿透目标。附带速度弓弦效果。
His bow's looking lean and mean like a prize fighter.
没钱。
Sometimes a single look says it all. Kid says hello, but Zolf's lost in thought.
这样有记录到。看一下有没有记录到，不然就可以关台了。好诶，应该有吧？看不出来有没有？哎，福特啊，大哥！哦，大哥。好吧，算了，下一次再说。
If you're feeling low, count on the buttery flavor of our own Bastion bourbon.
好了，先这样。关台。